complacent assembly, neither asking the hard questions nor pushing fully the government agenda. We find ourselves in uncharted waters where the minority party in the legislature is the one forming the government. This has left our friends in the majority, whom, as expected, has no interest of the ruling party, pushing their own agenda, which sometimes conflict with the government agenda. It is sad that the previous leadership of our party only pursued their personal agenda instead of offering necessary support in form of both criticism and legislative support. Number two, the independence of the assembly. While we appreciate that the county assembly must collaborate with other arms of government, especially the county executive, in achieving its goals, we must never allow a situation where the assembly depends on external parties for survival. There must be a clear separation of powers and functions if we have to realize effective oversight. This is the only way the assembly's voice can be heard and be respected. Unfortunately, in the last 1 year, there has been little or no clear separation of powers. This must be reversed. Number three, poor or delays in resourcing of assembly activities. Related to the issue of independence of the assembly, it is a question of financing of assembly activities. We've been told that the current public finance management architecture leaves the assembly at the mercy of the CEC member for finance and the controller of budget. That the CEC member decides what to pay, what not to pay, and when to pay. Whether this is true or not, it is a fact that honorable members have not been fully resourced for them to execute their mandate. In most cases, members have in some occasions attended workshops and other events but failed to be reimbursed. With this arrangement, carrying out oversight becomes very difficult. This must urgently be addressed by all those concerned, including the office of the clerk of the assembly. Number four, lack of meaningful legislative output. The assembly executes its mandate through committees and the bills and the motions passed by the House. Without laws enacted by the assembly, the governor cannot govern effectively. Unfortunately, for the past 1 year, we have performed dismally. Apart from the budget-related bills and planning documents, we have nothing else to do. Our committees are no longer as active as they should be. The previous leadership did nothing to address this matter. We wish to remind the office of the clerk of the assembly and the county attorney that with the new leadership, matters of legislation shall be given priority. Regarding the county executive, we have the following to note. One, a disconnect between the executive priorities and the realities on the ground. Our people have already told us what they want the government to address. This includes an end to traffic congestion, collection of garbage, repair of already impassable roads, settlement of genuine pending bills, a stable supply of clean water, and improved environment. Unfortunately, this is not what the executive is implementing. We want to see results and not return. Payment of huge legal bills and harassment of traders by county askaris. Number two, delays in the implementation of projects, especially the Ward Development Program projects. While we appreciate His Excellency the Governor's commitment to support Ward Development Program projects, it is unfortunate that some officers have been a hindrance to the realization of the noble program. This also applies to other projects being implemented by the county government. We implore upon His Excellency the Governor to take personal interest in this matter and ensure that projects are procured on time, implemented, and contractors, suppliers equally paid on time. This is the only way to realize development. We undertake to follow up on these issues. This is the reason why we were elected into office. This is why we take over the leadership of this great city in the assembly. Unlike our predecessors, who chose to pursue personal interests, we promise our members and Nairobians in general that we shall push these agendas. In conclusion, we are grateful to the Almighty God for this opportunity